Space has truly earned its moniker as the final frontier, stretching in all directions, with rules of gravity and physics that do not apply on Earth. The possibilities for what might lie beyond our comprehension are endless. It seems though that even space isn't safe from humans. NASA, along with other space agencies, have been vocal about anonymous groups and the effects they could have on things like satellites. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration has said that they, along with US officials, must work together, and it's important that they prevent these attacks, saying that the next big confrontation that could bring the world to a standstill won't happen on the battlefield, but rather through cyber attacks. One thing that insiders have said is that space equipment is constantly being attacked by hackers, with one well-known case happening back in 2008, when an anonymous group took control of 2 NASA satellites, with NASA officials saying that although they only had control of them for a few minutes, it's worrying that the group were able to do this in the first place, noting that now they know they have the ability to do this, it could set a worrying trend. Not long after the anonymous group did this, others followed in the same footsteps, with NASA saying that they pinpointed individuals in the Middle East that were trying to do the same thing. Although the group were able to control these satellites for around 9 minutes, the space company said that they then saw an influx of others trying to do the same thing. The space agency said though that they can't predict what these groups will do once they hack the satellites, saying that there's been instances where they've just controlled them for a few minutes, but notes that they have the ability to completely shut them down, or could even gain access to their servers. Other US officials have said that on paper these groups could even create havoc, especially for critical infrastructure, even going on to say that they could weaponize these satellites. As NASA have said, these attacks are not anything new. Back in 1998, hackers were able to take control of a satellite called Rosat X-ray. The group was able to do this by getting into the NASA Control Center. From here they then told the satellite to head towards the sun, which in turn caused the batteries to be fried. A man named Gary McKinnon also said that he managed to gain access to NASA websites, and in an interview with Rich Planet TV, claimed to have found information relating to mysterious aircrafts, saying that NASA were observing them and working with them. He said that he'd seen an Excel sheet, which had the ranks and names of unknown people, as well as another sheet which had tabs for material transfer between ships. He tried to do some research on the names of the ships, around 8 to 10 in total, but was unable to find any information relating to any of them. None of these ships were public knowledge, which led him to believe that they were either special projects or part of a non-terrestrial US initiative. McKinnon said the following: "It was not a typical thing in the military at all, so I took that as they probably have secret space-based programs." End quote. NASA said the following on their website: "Given its high-profile mission and broad connectivity with the public, educational institutions, and outside research facilities, NASA presents cybercriminals a larger potential target than most government agencies. The agency's vast online presence of approximately 3,000 websites and more than 42,000 publicly accessible databases also makes it highly vulnerable to intrusions. In recent years, NASA has worked to improve its cybersecurity readiness, with efforts led by the Office of the Chief Information Officer, OCIO. Nonetheless, in the last 4 years alone, NASA experienced more than 6,000 cyber attacks, including phishing scams and introduction of malware into agency systems. Consequently, it's vital that the agency develop strong cybersecurity practices to protect itself from current and future threats. Attacks on NASA networks are not a new phenomenon, although attempts to steal critical information are increasing in both complexity and severity. As attackers become more aggressive, organized, and sophisticated, managing and mitigating cybersecurity risk is critical to protecting NASA's vast network, especially from things like malicious attack or breaches that can seriously inhibit the agency's ability to carry out its mission. Although NASA has taken positive steps to address cybersecurity in the areas of network monitoring, identity management, and updating its IT plans, it continues to face challenges in strengthening foundational cybersecurity efforts. We found that NASA's ability to prevent, detect, and mitigate cyber attacks is limited by a disorganized approach to enterprise architecture. Enterprise Architecture (EA) and Enterprise Security Architecture (ESA), the blueprints for how an organization analyzes and operates its IT and cybersecurity, are crucial components for effective IT management. Enterprise architecture has been in development at NASA for more than a decade, yet remains incomplete, while the manner in which the agency manages IT investments and operates remains varied and ad hoc. Unfortunately, a fragmented approach to IT, with numerous separate lines of authority, has long been a defining feature of the environment in which cybersecurity decisions are made at the agency. The result is an overall cybersecurity posture that exposes NASA to a higher than necessary risk from cyber threats." End quote. So what do you make of these anonymous groups that are trying to hack satellites? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.